Are you ready? Because he's ready. It's Master Jeff! Martial arts expert, instructor extraordinaire, and general clown. He's not afraid of coronavirus. He's not afraid of the bad guys. Master Jeff is not afraid of anything.
Go. Not rocket surgery.
Nice, Miss Marie. All right, guys, let's stop right there. Face your target holders to the up to the net. Face master settles to the up to the net. And everybody under the clock, please. And black belts, you come right on up here. Yes, sir. 10 feet distance. All right, 3 stripe reds. Come on up. And you start down there. Right there on that square at the corner of the table, right there. And 2 stripe reds. 1 stripe reds.
Yes, sir.
Let's make it 4 in a line. I think we can handle that. And then blue belts.
Yes, sir.
Purple belts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Green belts.
Yes, sir.
Orange.
Sir.
And white belts.
Yes, sir.
Hey, on. 1, 2, 3. 1,
Oh.
2.
Right there. And everybody back up 2 mats. Get in that cold close, that triggers me. All right, nice and sharp. Chitty up. Go get the high up. Net. Puddle. Jump. God, please help us have a tough but a safe testing today. In Jesus' name. Amen.
It's Grandmaster Jeff. Chitty up. Punya.
Let's face our black belts. Chitty up. Net. Please come on in, Master Kamara. Kamara. Master Lourdes. And let's face our 4 masters right there on the end. Chitty up. Thank you very much for being the masters. And let's get you 4 behind the table.
Sir.
But in fact, you know what? Master Settles and Master Ron, why don't you guys sit out?
Thank
And
you,
then let's
sir.
get Miguel and either one of you wait. Want to take a shot at behind the table? You guys call. Zoe, want to? Okay. Unless you just want to, 7. I know Zoe likes to, and I know you're not big on being behind there. I might force you back there. Good. And then let's all have a seat. So, Ms. Brianna was expressing being really nervous this morning, and if it's of any consolation to you, Ms. Brianna, or anybody, I get extremely nervous before every test, and for some reason, this test is just killing me. So I thought I would share with you why. Might be some personal information, maybe too much information for some people, but for me, martial arts is totally not a business. It has to be, it has a business element, but to me, it's a mission. To me, and forgive me if this sounds blasphemous, but this is, for all intents and purposes, my church. This is where I can help people master their lives. I can offer them the information and the opportunity to look in the mirror, philosophically speaking, and see themselves. Because, sparring brings out something in yourself. And if you look in that mirror, you have the opportunity to change that and improve that if you want to. When you run into information that confuses you, a difficult move in a form or a form that's hard to memorize, that's an opportunity to look in the mirror and see if you want to change that. And that is quite fulfilling to me. I can make a lot of money teaching piano lessons. Oh, I could make so much money. I don't even like to think about it. No overhead. I used to drive house to house and I could charge out the roof because I'm driving to their house. The parents didn't care. They just wanted their kid doing it. They don't have to drive. They would pay me anything. And I had like a 50-person waiting list. So if I wanted to buy a new whatever, I'd just say, price is going up $50 a month. They're like, whatever. And because they don't have to drive anywhere, I could make so much money. But it was never fulfilling because I felt like it was cool when I was teaching kids to play the piano, but there was no mirror, at least for me. Somebody who's passionate about music, I'm sure they could find that fulfillment. But for me, martial arts is fulfilling like that. I love the people who step on this mat. It means the world to me. And so when we have a testing, I want to do a good job. And I want to make sure everybody gets what they need. And so I get extremely nervous. To that end, I'll share you something else personal with you, which is a recurring nightmare I have. That is a girl, now a woman, in her early 20s, late 20s, whatever. She's lying in a hospital bed, tubes in her nose, needles secured with betadine stained tape. After having been through a confrontation with a man twice her size, a man she thought she could trust, and so was alone with him, but in fact, what she trusted was a sociopath's expert performance at humanity, but in fact, that was not what it was. And so in this dream, her father comes out, his eyes are shrink wrapped in tears, and he says, Master Jeff, my daughter earned a black belt with you. You put a black belt on her waist. She couldn't defend herself. She completely collapsed. You betrayed us. You let us down. What were you thinking? I'm disappointed in you. Of course, it stabs me in the heart. It kills me. And so I can't let that nightmare come to life. I won't. I can't do what I want. This is, like I said, this is my mission. This is my church right here. I feel like God means for me to be here. I've had a lot of jobs that were good. I liked them. When I started this, I am 100% certain this is where God wants me doing what I'm supposed to do. This is what I'm supposed to do. Sounds crazy, I know, and I don't blame anybody if they think you're insane. Well, what's the deal? But I feel I'm a servant here, serving the way I'm supposed to serve in my life. So, on the other hand, what would make this dream good is regardless of where the girl is, sometimes, martial arts and learning to make friends with pain, that's no guarantee you're going to survive. It increases your odds a lot, but it's no guarantee. So then this father comes up to me, Master Jeff, thank you so much. Had it not been for you, she wouldn't be alive. This guy's laying in the other hospital room and he's missing an eye and part of his lip and one of his fingers is broken backwards. We thank you so much for putting our daughter through hell at her black belt test. I was mad at you on that day, but I thank you from the bottom of my heart now. And so that's the way it's got to be. With my daughter Zoe, she cried all the way through her sparring, man. I got these nasty looks from parents like, you're her father. She is crying. I know, but I got to put her in the hospital room, and I got to be the father and Master Jeff, And so I am happy. I am pleased. I am satisfied that I've done everything I could to teach that girl how to make friends with pain. I think I've done everything I can to let her look in the mirror and see pain and see fear and her decide what she's going to do when she's faced with it. And so that's why I get so nervous. So, Drake, Isaiah, I think you would walk through fire just for fun. So I'm not so worried about you today. I was worried about him before testing because he wasn't coming to class and he seemed to be focusing a lot on his material. And I brought up the fact that Isaiah, this is not only a tough guy black belt testing at which you want to do great, but it's also like becoming a man in Taekwondo. And part of that, if your father can tell you, is you got to take care of yourself. Your dad's in good shape. He eats right. He holds down a job, but he also spends time with you guys. And that's just some balls he has to juggle in this life. So as a black belt, you got to come to dragons. You got to care about those little dragons. In the back of your mind, oh my God, I got black belt testing next week. You still got to care about the dragons. And you got to care about the yellow belts in regular class. So you have set my heart at ease. Zeta and sisters, you guys are experts at acquiring, organizing, and digesting knowledge. It kills me how good you guys are at that. There's an expression, knowledge is power. I think that needs to be qualified because I might be well aware, I might have the knowledge that investing in mutual bonds is a great way to make money. Does that mean I have any money if I don't go down and invest? No. Knowledge is potential power. You put that knowledge gasoline inside the engine of action, of volition and decision, now you've got some power. So I'm curious to see what you guys do today with the knowledge you've gathered, because I got to put you through hell. Because I'm not going to have that nightmare. I'm not going to have your dad, my friend Joe, come up to me, Master Jeff, you gave him their black belts, and she couldn't even defend herself. You know, I'm disappointed you betrayed me. That's not going to happen. So you guys got to realize that. You got to forgive me or thank me, depending on how you look at it. And if you want to, you can stop. But I do have to tell you, you can stop today. That means you got to try again next time, and the next time it's going to be easier. You might as well go ahead and rip off the Band-Aid today, and it's going to hurt. And I'm doing it because I love you guys. You're my students. I love everybody who comes in here. Not only that, you're my friends. You live down the street. You know, we're buddies, so I have to do it. And it'll suck for me just as much as it sucked making Zoe get up there and fight a line of people. She's crying the whole damn time, man. Not just tears coming down. I mean, like audibly crying, and it just ripped my heart out, bro. I mean, you know, I'm like, oh, Mr. Master Jeff, let me go in my office. Okay. So it'll probably be kind of the same way with you guys. So to that end, we're just going till 1 today. And in fact, I'm going to try to get the color belts out of here by noon. So you guys are going to be in between, working quickly. So I'm relying on Master Settles, his good judgment, because he's going to take you down every single time that there's junior belts up. So you guys are going to come up here. You're going to perform here. This is the time for a group of junior belts. You're going to go downstairs, and Master Settles is going to do the same thing that I do, which is try to prevent that nightmare from coming true. You know, and Master Courtright, I would like you please to go downstairs, because I don't want him to have to worry if somebody's lips are turning blue. You keep an eye out for the blue lips. If he pulls you out, you're out. And that's it, no question. Because he's not, I mean, he's a master in Taekwondo. He knows the difference between pain and injury. He knows when it gets past the point of danger. You know, so if he says out, please, no argument. Just come out. He'll put you back in when you're in better shape to continue. And then, sir, I'll rely on your good judgment how much rest time you want to give them, because they'll have about, I forget what I gave them, 5 or 10 minutes between, well, the length of time of each student, yeah, about 10 minutes. So if you want to work them for 5-minute break, whatever you think, you'll be watching them up here, and then you'll take them downstairs. So we're going to kind of teamwork this whole black belt test. And, of course, Master Settles is like a son to me. I completely trust his judgment. He's basically handling the black belt test today, and I trust that he will hurt you as much as I would.
Maybe more, sir. Maybe more.
All right, guys. I hope that makes you nervous, as you should be nervous. All right, let's get our please our black and red candidates right along the mirror over here. And I don't think we need to worry about lining up by rank. I think we're going to be just fine getting all of our color belt candidates right up here, sitting in front of the banner, and then you guys can walk around and look scary, and then you two be prepared to go down in just a minute. Yes. So if you're testing today, come on up here.
Yes,
Sit in
sir.
front of the banner. And please, black belt candidates, come on up. Boom, boom, boom. So let's sort this out. Who started first?
Can we do that again, sir?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
try it again. You guys sit
Pretty
down,
lame.
scream out, yes, sir, and then come up here as if it were a black belt test. Black belt candidates!
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's still lame.
I told you if she was here, what did I say? So sit down again until we make Master Lourdes happy.
We'll be here for hours.
Black belt candidates, come on up.
Much better. Improved, but much better.
You'll never hear satisfied. You'll hear please. You will never hear satisfied. So who started first? Do you guys know? Or who got their 3-stripe red first? You guys know that?
You probably did. We tested in February.
I think I did too.
Think you did too?
The girls are a year older.
Girls are a year older if they tested on the same day.
I can find out real quick, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So we need to know that. But anyway, make sure we're streaming. Oh, we are streaming. Looks like we're doing good. Well, doing good means like feeding the poor. Looks like we are doing well. So please, Miss Sophia. And by the way, if you guys are 10 feet apart or more, you can have your masks off. So, but it's your choice when and if to pull out your mask. Just please don't pull them off if you're like shaking hands or something. If you're definitely not if you're within 6 feet. So if you want to, you may take off your mask and tell us who you are, why you're here.
I'm Sophia.
How come you started Taekwondo?
I'm not entirely sure.
How old are you?
I'm 15.
You remember when you started Taekwondo?
October, I think 3 years ago.
Cool, okay. And then please, Miss Sienna.
I'm Sienna. I'm 13. I think I started Taekwondo because I saw it at Pace and I wanted to start.
Ah, cool. Did that have anything to do with your decision, Sophia?
Yeah, I think I started after she had started.
Ah, okay. All right, very good. Cool. And then please, Mr. Isaiah.
I'm Isaiah, I'm 12 years old, and I started.
You are 12? What are you guys feeding this guy? He's gunpowder for breakfast. Go ahead, sir.
And I started because I saw in the classes at Pace Taekwondo. I was like, oh, that sounds cool.
Cool.
That was 5.5 years ago because I stopped for about 2 years.
Wow. Oh, that's right. I remember that. You hit kind of a hiatus. Yeah.
Back when the Paul guys were still.
Ah, you were around for the Paw Guys. Ah, very cool. You know, we keep them alive. We do Paw Guys every Thursday morning at the 8 o'clock early morning workout. All 8 of them, every Thursday.
Oh, am I gonna do that?
Yeah. And we do them occasionally in class just to throw people a curveball when they start feeling too good about themselves. I throw the Paw Guys at them just to trip them up a little bit. So, how are you feeling about today?
Good.
Good? You ready to do it? This is Mr. Not only made friends with Payne, Payne's like his best friend. How are you guys feeling about today? You feel nervous? Do you feel confident? Nervous? How about you, Sienna? You don't know. That is like your stock answer. What you gotta decide, nervous or not?
A little
Nervous, a little bit. That's good. Yeah, there's like an optimal nervousness that gives you improves your performance. Nervousness beyond that starts to degrade your performance. I feel like I've passed that hump, maybe a little on this side, but I feel like even as this testing, even at the beginning progresses, my nervousness is coming back to optimal performance. So I'm expecting to do a great job at delivering pain today. All right, why don't you guys back up one strike? Yes, sir.
We're done testing first. I believe Sophia finished like a minute and a half before she ended.
Ah, so she should be senior. Fortunately, she's older, so then that doesn't confuse us. Good. All right, please, for the junior belts, basic one. To me, Master Settles, do you have your, oh, right over there. Basic one, seat up.
Hey! Hey!
Puddle. Show. Yes, ma'am, Ms. Lord.
Now you shake off the cobwebs. Wow me with your basic one.
So let's try again. Knock it out like you're going to rip somebody's head off, folks. To me, basic one. Seat up. There we go. Already 10 times better. Thank you, Master Lourdes. Tee up, Isaiah. Puddle. So the key up is not about pitch, and it's not even really about volume. It's about expressing an emotion. So please, you guys, back up and sit down for a second. Zoe, come up, please, ma'am. Very quickly.
And I want you to see how she gets herself ready, please.
This girl only weighs as much as the weight I've lost since Christmas, 60 pounds, right? That ain't a lot. And yet her key up, even just she's as big around as a twig. Her key up means business. So please, man, basic one to me. Yeah. You notice just her demeanor means business. Ooh. Puddle. And Schultz, thank you very much, ma'am. You see, some boy messes with her, she's going to poke him in the eye, and she's going to shriek like that, and the guy is going to say, I have grossly underestimated the challenge facing me here. And I think he's going to tend to move on, but if you go, they're going to go, oh, yeah. We're having Zoe chops. All right, back up, black belt candidates.
And the attitude starts from the minute Master Jeff says to me, that has to be your most powerful first move ever, because that translates to the rest of your moves. So when
basic
you
two,
look
please.
ready, you look ready.
Basic two to me. Rip some head off, guys. See ya! Oh, yeah. See, that's attitude.
Yep.
Hey! Hey!
Puddle. Schultz. All right, to me. Basic three. Honestly, I mean, everybody knows it. Key-ups still aren't what Zoe's was. And Zoe's no bigger around than my thumb. You know, in fact, we might want to go with Pinky. But yet she's out key-upping the three of you together. So somebody give me a Zoe key-up. Basic three, see ya!
Hey!
There you go.
It's a lot closer.
Hey!
Puddle. And Schultz. And then let's see. Ladies, have a seat. Stay down, have a seat. Master Settles, would you mind grabbing your boxing thing there? Or wait, is Dad dressed out? Wait, Dad's dressed out. Let's get Dad up here for a little sparring. All right, put you up to the head.
Take it easy on him, Mike.
Sparring ready to me.
Hey!
And seat up.
Good idea.
Keep him busy, Dad. Wear him down a little. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Dad, for not bloodying my lip. Keep them hands up. 5, 4, 3, 2, ready, and stop. Good job. All right, pinch a bow. Thank you very much, Mr. Drake. And let's see, please, Lily and Luke, come on up. Hurry quickly, hurry quickly. They won't have no mercy. Pinch a bow. Sparring ready to meet.
Hey!
Seat up. Go get him.
Put him in the middle,
Yeah,
kiddo.
really.
You gotta be. He's in the middle.
Oh. Heat him up, guys. It's his black belt test. We want him to be proud when he's done.
Get him from behind.
Tire him out, tire him out. When he's turning against you, go get
3,
get him.
2, ready, and stop. Good, good, good. Pinch him out. Thank you very much. I believe you guys will sit down. And Mr. Drake, can you have a seat? K-Dog, come on up. Let's see. We're practically the same household because we're always at each other's house. So 7, please come on up with Sienna. And Zoe, would you please come up with Sophia? So you're with Zoe, you're with 7. Pinch them out. Wade, it's their black belt test. Don't make them have any regrets. We want them to go, oh my God, that was so hard. Sparring ready to meet? Seat up. All right, Sienna, you can go harder than that one, 7. You're insulting him. Make her go harder, 7. Fire her up.
Take her out.
Yep. Good, Sienna. Kick high, Zoe. Make her cover her face. 3, 2,
Go get it.
ready, and stop. Good, good, good. Pinch them out. All right, Wade, switch. Hurry quickly, hurry quickly. Pinch them out. Sparring ready to meet. See, go. Black belt test 7. Don't let her up light. Three, 2, ready, and stop. Good. Pinch and bow. Wade, you guys can expect to do a lot of that today. I feel comfortable considering the same household because you guys are at their house, they're over at our house. So yeah, we're essentially the same household, at least part time. All right, pinch and bow. All right, so Wade can have a seat, and let's see. Please, Master Settles and Master Courtright, you guys can begin your process.
Yes, sir.
Are we doing any color belts breaking any boards?
Yes.
Do you want to show how?
Oh, yeah, good call. Yep, and we have like 3 minutes left to stick to my obsessive compulsive schedule over here.
Just for the first time.
Yes, sure. So let's see. Isaiah, grab one of your boards, Daddy.
Help her.
The boss away.
I've been breaking with my breath. I was like, I used to make bottles out of
We're
that.
also thinking the same household. So 7, come on up here, Ben. Sir. Let's turn this angle right here, Isaiah, so the words don't see you. You're right, correct?
Yes.
So let's try this next. Hammer.
All the way through, sir.
Oh, let's see here. I'll let you break one of these if you can break it with a turnaround hook kick. Let me see your turnaround hook. Let's get you. You're gonna do it with your push leg.
Right, sir.
You watch out over there. It's all about the speed. Power won't help you here. Almost you. It's good that you kicked high, but you kicked a little too high, right next to my fingers. You take it
Gotta get fast.
fast. Remember the bend, straight, and bend thing? Ah!
That's it.
Close.
Got
Sophia, come on out. Grab one of your boards. You see, these girls, they have this computer information-oriented brain. She's scrolling through her boards because she knows which one or which. I was with them at Home Depot when they chose them, so she probably knows which boards came from which planks, right? You don't? Oh, you just kind of chose it by the feel? Excuse me? Oh. Okay. Like I said. Sienna, won't you come help me hold for your sister? And let's get you right here too, so the color belts can sit. So you're right here. And you can sit up, or you can sit out that she needs. And then try to get your elbows as close to your body, which is in the next. I'll turn and look that way.
Wow.
Hurry, Sienna! Get your knees as close as possible, Sophia. Get your knees. What is this one? Oh, palm circle. So let's put our middle leg forward. And then touch shoulders, so we're nice and firm. And you just let your fingers hang right over the edge. And then do like Superman. Put your right hand on top and do like sideways Superman, like this. So you can get your hands like that. That gives her the maximum. Gotta hold firm, Sophia.
All the way through, Sam.
Get some body.
Get close. I felt that one get close. Master Saddles, won't you help me hold this bad boy? When you say that holding boards after a while becomes breaking a board, you kind of break it over the breaker's technique. All right, red and black candidates with your torture crew. Yes, sir, 10 minutes. However you want to divide it up. Yes, sir, you may go with them if you like. And grab your shoes. Grab your aerobics pads. Band-aids if you got them. Ice packs. Everybody's here is like, oh.
Ammonia inhalers.
Ammonia inhalers.
I have some of you.
Olivia Pomares. Olivia. Which means, of course, is Jose here? Pomares, no Pomares. Juan Alvarez. Hurry, Daddy, hurry. Quick, right there, front line, and back with the middle. It's like you got a solo job. The good news is you got the floor to yourself. The bad news, you've got 8 eyes just on you. I know, we're kind of mixing it up. All right, sir. Then your bow to me. Please, sir, basic one. Seat up. Huddle. Short. Like your key, I said, go ahead and take your second knot on your belt. Oh, put the top one on top. You still got the bottom one on top. Yes, sir. And then pull it straight out. There you go. See, if you put the bottom one on top, then what you get is Master Jeff morning eyebrows. Because when I wake up in the morning, I've always got a few eyebrows that are doing this. And when you tie your belt with the bottom one on top, your belt does that. You're like, where have I seen that before? Oh, that looks like Master Jeff's eyebrows during a morning class. So if you put the top one on top and then pull, then they come straight out. That looks good. All right, basic 2, please, sir, to me. And breathe deep, take your time. Sit up. Short, yes, ma'am.
Juan, your forms are really good. We gotta work on bending your knee a little bit more, because then you would really look fantastic. The spacing of his feet, you know, he's bending the knee, but it could be a little wider, a little better stance.
And by wider, you mean literally wide, not long, correct?
Correct. And then if you bent that front knee, then it's just a little bit more.
Okay,
Then
so check it out, Juan. Here's what she's talking about. You've got long, like this, or short, and then you've got wide or narrow. So what Master Lourdes is saying is make it a little bit wider. It should be at least shoulder width apart like this. So if you're at home, you get some blue painter's tape, lay down on the floor, put tape here, then stand up and make some stripes. And you can practice going right down the floor, right at shoulder width, so you get accustomed to standing shoulder width every time. So let me see you make a front stance, sir. Put the front stance right toward me. There you go. That's good.
much better.
Now your back toes a tiny bit more. Yes. Oh, you see, somebody get a picture of that. I'm putting it in my book. Master Jeff on front stances. You know, that looks good. Now the trick is to land in that stance every time in a form, which is a whole different ballgame, isn't it? Because you're busy moving around doing techniques. All right, so very good, sir. So try Chumi. Please, sir, basic 3. Chumi. Sit up. Huddle. And show. Let's try this one again on the count, please, sir. So to me, you pay close attention to your back stance. 1. There we go. Now turn your belly button a little bit more this way. Right now your belly button is aiming around about right here. There we go. Aim it right here at your belly button right here. Good. And then keep your front toes straight like that. And this knee should be going slightly. Oh, yeah, no, that looks good. I'll bend it a little bit more. That, my friend, is a textbook back stance. Dad, you got this on tape, right? That's the way the back stance needs to look. You put on my trolling mask. Oh, look at that. I'm going to get this hand right there. Oh, no, that looks good. That looks like optimal basic grade. 2. Punch. Now with the front stance. Good. 3. No, go the other way. Good. 4. That one's look, he's already fixed his front stance.
Yes.
And then 1, 2, 3, kill. Hello, very nice. You can go back to that. Very nice. Okay, so let's try, please, sir, come on, watch me. And take your time. Don't move on to the next technique until you know you've got the one you're doing correct, okay? Sit up. Huddle. Show. Okay, let's try this on the count because that was good, but I think we can make it great right now.
Yep.
So to me,
You have the luxury of just few of us. Let's work on those details, because you can be exceedingly very, very talented in a short time just by thinking, where does your
just a
hand
couple of
land?
little tiny things. It looks really good.
Yeah.
So here we go. 1. Nice, sir. 2. That looks good. That looks good. Now, you see the way you're standing now. Make sure you're standing like that when you lean here. Your belly button going straight toward that wall. 1. Freeze. Yes. Now pull it around. Yes, sir. 4. Very nice. Ha. Down block, swing around. Now pull that hand back. Oh, yeah. 1. Oh, yeah. see, I can see you twisting your body. Very nice, sir. 3, key up. Ah! Punch it. And then key up to key up. Basic 1. 1, 2. Can't believe you already fixed his front stance. 1, 2. 1. And then 1, 2, 3, key up. Ah! 1. 2. Nice, sir. And then get that hand right in front of your tummy. Yes, sir. 1. Good. 2. Pose. Very nice one. Short. Very nice. Let's see. We don't have any family members. I don't know if I'm as good at this master shows, but I'll give it a shot. This is 10 feet. See? Legal social distancing. So sparring ready to me. So if you try to hit the glove, and the glove's going to try to hit you. Sparring ready to me. And cinch up. Oh, gotcha. Oh, gotcha. Oh. Oh, I got you again. Oh, you're beating the crap out of me.
Hands up.
1, 1.
There you go. Nice job.
This guy's got hands all over the place. Okay, okay.
Good
More,
job.
can you get it? Gotta take some lessons from Master Subtles with this thing. All
You
right.
did pretty good, sir.
All right. For self-defense, we got any hand sanitizer in here? Let's get a squirty bottle. Don't get that bus seat scented stuff.
Some of that stuff's not fancy.
All right. Ready? So we'll just do that. Nothing over. I'm not gonna give it to you, bro. There you go. Show it in there. Oh, good. Now you're so strong. Usually with kids, I can hold you in place, no problem. You're so strong, I can't hold you because you're doing it with one hand. But let's say I was so strong you couldn't get over. How do you reinforce it? Reach over, grab it. Oh, just like that. Dude, that's really good. You know any other self-defenses? Or escape techniques? You remember that one? Over there. Okay. You know any others for the wrist grabs? Here's one that'll work no matter which hand is grabbing which hand. You just walk under my arm. Like that. And then you just throw my arm away and then run. So go under, throw my arm up, and then run. Oh, good. There you go. Good job, Daddy. All right, let's face our judges. Chitty up. Chin that. Very good, Juan. Let's give him a hand. And then you have a seat. Where in the heck are our black and reds? Sleepy. Yeah, go get it. Go grab it. And judges, if you'll notice my time.
I was gonna say, Master Jeff,
Yeah.
you have a time machine?
Yeah, I
I
don't.
like that
Yeah,
one.
so we have a problem there. Marie Tarosian.
Yes, sir.
Hurry quickly, Tanet Rosello.
Yes, sir.
And you guys come up on the first blue lines. And boom right there, please, Miss Tanet.
Yes, sir.
And then we're gonna go ahead and do this. Bahad Tarosian. Jubilee Rosello.
Yes, sir.
You see?
No, she's the best one,
see?
sir.
Maria de la Calle.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're gonna leave it right there for me.
I got them, Master Jeff.
Okay, very good. All right, guys, let's face our judges' table. Chitty up, Tanet. To me. Do basic 1. Sit up. Puddle. And so, Bahad, you know basic 1 very well, don't you? But you messed up. Why did that happen? It's just because you're out of your comfort zone. Number 1, Master Jeff's talking about bloodying people's noses in hospital rooms and giving people hard testings. And you got Master Morris sitting here ripping people a new one on every form. Plus, you got a bunch of other people you got to keep up with. It kind of throws you off your game, right? This is why we do testing like this. It's a lot of trouble. We have to take on all the stuff and put the stripes on the floor, arrange with the judges to come in here who are here just for you. They came in, they could be sunbathing or swimming today or something, but they're here sitting here for you guys, just so we have an official panel of black belts. That is why we do it, is to put you out of your comfort zone. I've had instructors say, how do you do your tests? I'm like, well, we get together and we do this. Oh, that's much too much trouble, Master Jeff. The parents prefer the convenience of testing in class. I'm like, oh, yeah, but you're robbing them of something, dude. Like that whole thing I was talking about at the beginning of class, I've got a responsibility. If I'm not putting you guys through a little bit of fire, I'm not giving you what to me, I know you need. I know it. People might say I think it, but I'm sure enough of it where I say I know it. You need to be out of your comfort zone. No problem, no problem. But let's just try to focus on your technique. Set aside the nerves. Even though this big crazy guy here, he's crazy, he's just a guy. Even though Miss Yapper here, she's going to tear your forms apart, she's just a yapper. Just put her out of your mind. Put the old man out of your mind. And just do your forms. Just chill it. To me, basic 1 more time. Oh, yes, sir.
Can we put the adults in the back?
Yes. So, sorry, Schultz, rest, and so you two purples switch with the 2 adults. So you guys come on up right up here.
And if I may, black belt and red candidates, please watch this group. They're amazingly powerful from the minute they start ready for 2B. So take note, because I'm watching.
Oh, wait, black and red candidates. Let me show you something else. Please, Jubilee, would you come have a seat?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes.
Oh, let's see. I'd like to see the blue belt candidates. Blue belt candidates, come on up.
Yes, sir.
See that excitement? She looks like, I want to be here. I can hardly wait to get my blue belt. It's like a Zoe Kiosk even answering to come up.
Yes. And that's where it starts. From the minute your name is called, you have every moment to impress us and scare us out the door.
Morris's, you're late. You missed your time. I'll make a deal with you. You can stay till 1. If you can stay till 1, you can test today. Otherwise, you got to test next time. Do a late testing. What do you think? Okay, so you guys come on over here and have a seat. Hurry, quickly, hurry, quickly.
They're going around, sir.
Okay, very good. All right, Kameen. Let's do basic 1 more time. Focus, Dad. Basic 1, just you. Leave out all these scary people. Sit up. Puddle. Now we're talking. Schultz, basic 2, please. To me. Sit up. Puddle. Nice. Schultz. Go back on the lines. Basic 3, please. To me. Sit up. Puddle.
Can we do that on the count? I
Okay,
think
on
they
the-
have it, but they have to,
Okay,
kind of
so let's
stuff.
try it on the counter. Here we go.
And, no, you'll get to it.
Go
never
ahead,
mind.
I'm sorry, and Maria, try not to bounce up and down between moves. It needs to be a smooth flow from one to the other. It'll make your forms even better you know them, try not to, I see you like take steps, nice steps, it's like a flow to the next move. Let the whole movement have a flow through you.
There's a 3 on my count, please. Hut up! Look at the back stance on this kid.
Look at you,
And look at that back stance. Good Lord.
I
Oh,
know.
look at all their back stances, dude. Okay, that works. Duel. Set. Frame capture that. Net. Nice. Hut up. And horsey stances. 1,
Where you looking?
2. Oh, very nice, Mr. Net. 3. Key up.
Look where you're punching.
Hut up.
Look where you're blocking.
You realize this is white belt, right? She doesn't even
Yes,
need this.
sir, she looks great.
Duel. Set. Net. 1. And then 1, 2, 3, kill. Hana. Duel. Set. Net. Puddle. From this ready position right here, pin line 1. You want to stay for this one, man, Miss Marie? Okay, you can sit down right in front of the black and red candidates.
She just
Just careful, they
started
bite.
getting basic opinion when I started teaching.
Okay,
Good
good.
job.
Is she showing up on time for her private lessons? Good. Okay. So pin line 1, here we go. Sheet up. Oh, nice back fences. Look at the back fences on these guys. Puddle. And show. And judges, I have to say, this one right here shows up like every morning, 8 a.m., along with this one right here, and does the early morning workout. So Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we do, we call it prison cell style workout. That is workout using nothing that you couldn't find in an average household. So we do belt curls with a belt for the curls, and for our lats, we do where you sit up and drag yourself forward, and they're like, oh my God, not more floor drags. And for the hamstrings, we do the gliders, all kind of torturous stuff that we have such nice names. Bows and toes, for example, where you're on your elbows and your toes. But they're there every morning. And on Tuesdays, we do all the pillons plus 2 random forms. Thursdays, we do paw guys. And every day now, they were there for the Tai Chi week, so now they know that Tai Chi Chuan 24-point animal form, so every day we do that as warm-up. How many stinking 8-year-olds do you know that know the Tai Chi 24-point animal form, bro? So anyway, I just had to give a shout out to these ladies. And it's so funny, I tell people, yeah, I got my Master Jeff's early morning workout with my crew. They're like, oh yeah, we got Navy SEALs. Well, we got Zoe's tent. And Jubilee, I believe how old are you, Jubilee? 18. It's my crew of these 10, 8 to 11-year-old kids. But you know what? Great, man. These kids, how many kids you know that are willing to wake up at 7:30 so they can be there for 8 o'clock workout? I respect these guys, and I will be there every morning for them. As long as they want to be there, I will be there for you. All right, come on 2. Jimmy and Miss Tanette, by the way, we are watching. Yeah. See ya! Show. One more pin on 3, and of course, Miss Tanette, you know pin on 3. What do you know up to now?
Besides her.
Wow.
Awesome.
Wherever does Jubilee get it?
No idea.
All right, or maybe Miss Tanette gets it from Jubilee.
Yes, sir, absolutely, sir.
All right, pin on 3, here we go, to me. And she's up. Huddle. Shut. Alrighty. Who all knows Basai? I know Miss Tanette knows Basai. Do you know Basai, Aunt Judy? Do you know Basai, Marie? Do you know Basai? Okay, so purple belts, please sit down in front of the red and black belt candidates. Careful, they bite. And please, Miss Tanette, Basai. And you know this one, or you know up to this one?
I'm 99.9992%, sir.
Need to be a little more exact on that.
Oh, what do you
Miss the
mean?
decimal point.
Do what? All right, so no, you can back up another step because you'll come forward. So to me, beside to me, and she's up. Puddle. And short. So it's funny how leaders lead by serving. Like, I'm a leader of the dojo, but you just heard a while ago, my attitude is that I serve, or maybe I was talking with a couple of the dads. But my attitude is somebody at an organization like this, if we want to have mats and mirrors and all these instructors and testing plans, there needs to be one sucker holding the dummy flag who's available 24/7. And that person happens to be me. And my attitude is to serve. I get nervous before testing because I want to be an effective server. I want to serve you well. I want to make sure everybody gets what they need. Master Settles, all he does is serve. He's here today serving. He comes in here and fixes stuff and does things and cleans things and sets up for testing and teaches class serving and serving and serving. Everybody does. Miss Tanette, she serves at a pace. She just comes in and she's like, what can I do, sir? You know, my other assistants, they just don't know what to do, but they'll sit and text or read. They bring a book to read, and I'm like, really? I mean, it's okay. I can run a taekwondo class by myself. I really don't need somebody in there, but I can use Miss Tanette because she just shows up and takes charge and goes and does something and finds something to do. And what do you know? She ends up at green belt who's doing beside. You know, surprise, surprise. So I think that's an important tip to remember. If you want to be a leader at something, to me, you start by serving. You just have an attitude of service. You serve the art. You serve the people in the art. And to me, that's the secret of getting somewhere. Because as he serves, he's getting experience. As he teaches, he gets experience. And the same with me as I teach. As she helps at pace, she gets experience. And then and here it is. Here's the evidence. A green belt who knows the sign. And you go around and ask anybody who is like a leader of the dojo, you take a look. I 100% guarantee you they are servers. Miguel, all he does is serve, bro. He comes and cleans stuff up. He pays for his water and snacks. I'm like, really? You guys teach and clean up around the door? Please just take the water and the snacks. Let's go. And then, and then I find $1 sitting there later on. Okay. And then I come in and here's $1. Really, dude? Because he just insists on serve. And there he sits, a server, But the people who are like, oh, yeah, I'm on 10th degree and I've been doing this for blah, 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 blah. They're sitting at home somewhere eating Pop-Tarts this morning or something, It never gets you anywhere. And it's almost like by serving you create a void and God fills it with knowledge and power and whatever. But if you want to build it on your own, great. Then the world is not going to bother helping you out with it. Oh, you got it? It's like, oh, don't worry, God, I got this. Oh, really? Oh, okay, go for that. Yeah, you can try it. Go ahead. Anyway, that's just to me, in my experience, I found that people with an attitude of service, of serving, of humility, they always end up in a strong position. Like you, Mr. Madden, very nice. I'm sorry to always embarrass you, but you're such a fine example. I'm sorry, man. All right, everybody else, come on back up. Who's testing? All the other testing candidates, come on back up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, and let's see. Oh, this is very convenient. Bahad, can you give your mom a really good spar? I'm talking, don't play around. You give her a hard spar. Okay, so you partner with her. Jubilee, you can give your mom a hard spar. Javi, where you at?
Here, sir.
Mm-hmm. Good. We are legal, all family members, same household. Tinjabal, I assume you're living in the same house. I live in my same house most times unless I'm grounded, then I have to sleep in the treehouse. Here we go. Sita! Oh, good, Bahad. Go get her, buddy.
Keep your hands up.
All right, go after her, Maria. See, this is the one time it's okay to hit your big brother. You got to take advantage, bro.
Keep your hands up, Jubilee.
3, 2, ready, and stop. Very good, very good. And why don't you guys just go ahead and demo some stuff. Quick comments. Old habits die hard. Some escape techniques. Ready, set, go. Whatever you got. Oh, nice, Maria. Oh, good, Jimmy. Yeah. Oh. And let Bahad do some too, Miss Maria. You hold him too. Oh, and Maria's remembering to key up. Good. Good, Judy. Oh, good, Judy. Good, Maria. And good giving her a challenge. Oh, no, Miss Marie, keep both arms up. You dipped your arm under. Yes, like that. Put your elbow down. Put your hand in the middle like you had it, Jubilee. Nope, hand over the top here. Now put your elbow down as you pull your fist up. Fist up and elbow down.
Up, up, and down. Ready?
Really down's the wrong word. Your elbow forward.
Ah. I lost my grip on
There. Think of it instead of pulling out, Jubilee, think of it as prying out. Prying out. All right, that's good, guys. Very nice, very nice. And let's everybody back to their places.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And let's face the judges. Try to get connect. Good group. You guys may have a seat. Quickly, hurry, quickly, hurry, quickly, hurry.
Yes, sir.
And let's get second red candidates. Third red candidates.
Yes, sir.
Can you?
Sorry.
And you guys start down here. Red belt candidates, come on up.
Sir. Yes, sir.
To me. Basic 1. Make it good. I don't want to have to do it over. See ya. Oh. Sorry, black belts, the red belts candidates didn't get to do it all. Look at these red candidates. Wow, Puddle, what'd you do down there, Mr. Settles? Lord have mercy. Basic 2, go! Fire it up, black and reds. Mr. Settles must have had a riot act down there or something.
Apparently not enough. They still have energy.
Oh, you get another chance. Puddle, very nice. Schultz back on the lines. Please, basic 3, to me. And seat up. Puddle. Schultz, very nice. And now we're kind of what you do. Please pin on 1 to me. Make it good. I don't want to have to repeat nothing. Seat up. Pin on 1 or pin on 2, guys. Mr. Drake, Mr. Fernandez, we're ending pin on 1. Puddle. Compliments of Mr. Drake and Mr. Fernandez. Pin on 1 more time. Seat up. Puddle. And show, where's Bahad? You see, it happens to everybody. And that's why we do it like this. Pin on 2, please, to me. Seat up. 7, be ready to fight. Zoe, be ready to fight. Puddle. Shot. Okay, please pin on 3 to me. Make this one the hardest one yet. Pin on 3, go.
Come on, yours.
Puddle. And shot. We're going to scoot forward a little bit. Oh, let's see. All right, everybody down except the Zedon sisters. Zoe, 7, come on up, please. Hurry quickly. Waves, turn up the heat a little bit. Zedons look like they're a little too comfortable. Pitch them out. Sparring ready to me. Hey, see ya. Don't play with her, 7. Same thing, Zoe. Wait and then take your shot. Get inside and take that shot. Head around side kick. Get it back, Sienna. Good, Sienna. Go get him, Waves. Let's go. It's the black belt test, man. Three. 2, ready, and stop. Good, good, good. Like it. Pinch them out. Wade switch, please. Hurry quickly, hurry quickly. Pinch them out. Sparring ready to meet. Sit up. Go get them, Wade. It's their black belt test. We want to give them something to remember. Don't worry, Sienna, you should be pushing each other to go get it. Get him, 7. Oh, mercy. There you go. Leave her a few bruises, Daddy. I don't want no injuries or nothing, but leave her some bruises to think about. Think of them as souvenirs. Maybe a couple of knuckles upside the head. Oh, 7 baby. 3, 2, ready, and stop. Good, good, good. Pinch them out. Thank you, Wade. You can go back to your stations. Zaydons, we have a seat. Drake, where you at?
Here, sir.
So let's get Papa Drake. Turn up the heat, please, Papa Drake. Both of you red belts, the not sisters. You are sisters, but they're the not sisters.
No plan.
All right, pinch them out. All right, both of you guys are testing not sisters, so there should be no excuse for we're not pushing each other. You can apologize and ice each other's wounds later. Pinch them out. Sparring ready to me.
Hey!
See ya! You're close enough to hit, Isaiah. Your dad's a big man. Close enough to hit.
Keep your hands up, both of
You gotta
you.
get in there. Close enough to hit, Isaiah. Don't hit the air. Hit your dad. But one time it's okay to hit Pop.
Katie, make sure to take advantage when her hands are down. Drink high. Both of you need to drink high.
Three, 2, ready, and stop. Good. Very good. Pinch them out. Thank you. You guys, we have a seat. And you can have a seat too with the drink. Oh, let's see. Then we got the blue belt at the end of this. And we got 3. How do you come on up here? Where's Maria at? Come on up here, Maria. How many hands behind your back, dude? And Master settles any black belts. If you see he lets go of his hands anytime, then let's call it 20 push-ups. So don't let go of them hands. And Maria, you ain't got no hands, dude. Let's see. Oh, do I dare do this? All right, you two, Fernandez up together. And you guys in the knots are pretty much one household, right? You guys are good friends. Okay, come on up here, Brianna.
Yes,
please,
sir.
over here. With Julie. Hands about. Sparring ready to meet.
Hey!
Sit up. Get in there, Maria. Get him. No hands. Punch him hard. He's a big guy. He's your big brother. Go get him, Julia. Get him, Seth. Good. Good, boys. Good. That's what I'm talking about. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, well, go, boys. Three, 2, ready, and stop. Take your bow. Very nice, very nice. Everybody can go back to wherever you were.
Yes, sir.
Any black and reds not sparred yet? All right, Drake. And grab one of your boards, one of your regular boards for a punch. It's got to be a regular board. Hurry quickly, hurry quickly. While we're at it, Zaydons, come choose a board to punch. And Isaiah, I'm going to steal a couple of your boards. Never mind, you guys are going to break these with a punch. Isaiah, you contribute. So, matches. Or that, where's Papa Drake? Oh, you got the camera. Please match yourself. I think you want to do these. Dude, you just get it done. Yeah, the first time.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Use the key out before you go.
Do it. You gotta go for it, Isaiah, you got it.
Otherwise not
Big
hurt.
chamber, big fold, through, in the chest.
All the way down.
Hey!
You're stopping a little bit. It's
All the
scaring
way
me.
down.
And I'm messing up their kind of stuff I should have kept going.
You got it.
So I'm gonna hold it by myself, so you punch right between my hands.
Go all, do it all the way down.
I don't know what I could do. So therefore, I'm
Okay, key out before you go.
You can do it.
Hey!
You gotta key up so loud, the board will want to break.
That's that one.
It's Isaiah.
There's two possibilities. You either do it or you decide not.
Yep.
What are you deciding on? Don't let it. So you're gonna decide to do next time. That's all it is. You are pulling back.
Yep.
Say, I am not going to pull back. So you. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
No.
You're
Let's
gonna
go all the way
that.
through.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Chamber, when I hit the board, go through. Through and out the other side.
These are thinner, but I'll give you two of them.
All the way through. You gotta go for it.
Take one.
Key up loud.
Big chamber, you got it. All your body.
Hey!
You're pulling back.
Try this.
Chamber, put all your body into it, I think. You can do this.
Say hi.
You pulled back
Nice
again.
for your knuckles, but you gotta do that before you leave today, Daddy. All right. Sophia, where you at?
Yes, sir.
And the reason for the loud key up when you're doing something like this is because you're sending a message to your brain that you're doing this and nothing's going to stop you and the board is not there. If you do it so gently, it's like,
So there's one holder right here. So if you hit here, she might be.
there you go.
Where's Ian at?
Yes, sir.
Right between my hands, sister. Isaiah,
Isaiah, it's right there, sir.
that's enough ice. Don't put too much ice. Come on back in here. Hurry quickly, hurry quickly, hurry quickly. I'm waiting on you, dude. I don't know if you saw this, but each one of the Zedon sisters.
Put your body into it, son, you got it.
Hit Master Jeff in the
Just
chest.
stop and go through it, bro.
Hit Master Jeff in the
Right between
chest.
my hands.
Just go.
Hey!
Hey. Good job. Okay. And let's see.
Now that ice is through.
Oh, it's highly overrated.
Where are we at? Okay, so we need these three,
Go put a little more ice.
these three, and these. The Leon brothers are not here,
No, sir.
so all we got left is Miss Brianna
Yep.
and the Pomarses, right?
Sir.
Miss Brianna,
Yes, sir.
Pomarses, come on up here, let's go. No, Lydia, you can go right there, my dear, and why don't you guys back up one strike? Yes, sir, please, black and reds. We ain't got that much time left, Mr. Settles. We have to cram a lot of torture into a little time, Master Corwright's down there with him.
Yes, sir.
If we get straight to this good cop and who's back out, we didn't send two bad cops.
My dad is good cop and Max is not.
Okay, good, just wanted to be sure. One time I'm like, you bad cop, you bad cop, and they're like, what? We're down there waiting for you, bad cop. No, I was a bad cop. To me! Pedal, show, belt straight. Hydro belt, for that I commend you, my friend. Let's get this bad boy right. Is everybody watching for a quick belt tutorial? Arms up like a T. When you're tying a belt on someone else, don't have them hold their arms up. Hold it up. See how his shirt comes up? Then put your arms down. Then you've got this big balloon shirt at the top. So have them hold their arms out like a T, right there. Start from the right. Go all the way around. Keep it on top like you're wrapping up a roll of duct tape. And when you get to here, you go underneath everything, both layers of belt. Now it should stay together. So you can adjust. And then the top one goes on top, so you don't end up with a Master Jeff eyebrow. And then you pull them straight up like that. And if you do it right, you should have little yellow writing. You see it right there? There you go. This bad boy. You were very close. Did you see how this one's a straggler? You want to wrap it around both our arms up like a T. Start on the right side. Around. Now right here, you catch both layers of belt. Now, then you will have a straggler, see? And the top one stays on top. Top one goes around, top one goes through. Pull straight from the sides and then little white line. And you'll find the yellow belt's a lot thicker than the white belt. All right, to me. Basic one, sit up. Paddle. And show. To me, basic two, please. Sit up. Paddle! I saw that middle punch, Miss Brianna. Show! See, you see Bahag? Miss Brianna is another like a forms encyclopedia. She just accidentally did a middle punch because the pressure gets you, which is a good thing. It's not about what you do, it's about becoming accustomed to being under pressure. Because you want to know chilling out Brianna, but you also want to be familiar with duress Brianna. Get to know her intimately well, because that's the one who's going to save you. All right, so on your chumbis, I know it sounds like overly regimented or whatever, but it is a matter of self-control. So once you're at a chumbi, you're at the chumbi, and you should be freezing and moving as little as possible. If there is a fly on your ear, you let him crawl. Granted, if a spider's biting you or a bee is stinging you, okay, you might have to break out. But if there's sweat dripping down your face, you just resist it and you just take it. And this is not because, oh, you don't want to respect the all powerful Master Jeff. No, it doesn't have anything to do with Master Jeff, Master John, or Master Morris, and nobody. It has to do with you. One time, my Aikido, at a Aikido seminar, it was my Aikido instructor who was running it, but he had us do this shortcut, and then he just didn't do the next count. And to everybody's credit, everybody just froze and just stood there. And I can remember the sweat, because it was hot. The sweat dripped down my forearm, channeled to my pinky knuckles, and it was like, and I thought, my sweat is echoing. No, it's just the next guy. So it was dripping off his knuckles too. And he had to stand there 5 minutes. And he said later, I watched the clock. It's 5 minutes. I just want to see what you guys would do. But martial arts, one of the many things you learn is just self-control. So it wasn't Master Cat. Master Cat wouldn't have been dishonored or insulted or whatever had somebody moved or adjusted their hair or dried off their knuckles. It wasn't about Master Cat. For me, it was about me. Because I want to be able to be regimented and in full control. I want to be able to hold it there. And I did. Doggone it. That was one of the coolest Aikido seminars I've ever been to. So you start it right now. Once you come to ready, it is on, bro. And you just freeze there. Whatever happens, and you don't move. You don't sway or adjust or fix your nothing. You just freeze right there until you're back to ready, and then you freeze it back to ready until somebody says, show. And at that point, then you're free to get the fly off your ear. Everybody dig it? To me? Basic 3, please. Sit up. Same thing right there. You just freeze right there, even if it's 5 minutes. Paddle. Ready position. Nope. This way. Ready position. It's the same thing as chumi. It's just that paddle is the ready position at the end. Show. Now you can swipe the fly off your ear. Notice it's really a blessing that you have a purple belt up here with you, and a purple belt who happens to be a very talented and experienced purple belt, because again, we have a server. She has an attitude of service, so she's learned a lot. She's way ahead in her forms, and so notice the pace that she's taking. Sure, her pace was much slower than you guys. You were ahead, and had you not made a couple of mistakes, you would have ended up way ahead of her. But she took her time. She didn't go to the next move until the current one was finished. End of with a nice period at the end of the sentence, right? So let's try this on the count. To me, basic 3, hut up. So check your stance, Jose. A little bit more bent knees. There you go. And Olivia, you don't even need to know this form, but bend your back knee a little bit as long as you know it. Let's go ahead and knock this that way. Both knees. There you go. Do it. Now it's the front stance. You can make a contrast of stances. Good. Set. Good, Jose. That's what I'm talking about. Net. Hunt. Horse stance punches. 1, 2, 3. Key up. Oh, good. Good horse stance. Hunt. Turn outside block. Outside block right there. Do. Set. Net. Oh, nice, nice. See what happens when you take your time? And then watch your punch. There you go. 1. And you get those toes straight. And then watch you get the punch like this. There you go. 1. And you'll see your thumbs out here. That'll hit your thumb. 2. great hammer fist, but right there you can. And I know that's in the weeds. This hand is doing this on the punches. This hand is always doing it from like this. Paddle! Sorry, that's in the weeds, but that's where you're at. Earl. Show! All right. Touch someone's hand without. Okay. Do you know pin on one, sir? Okay, so you two sit right there where the black and reds go. Please, Miss Green, take
Yes,
it in
sir.
the middle. To me, two, please, ma'am. 8 eyes on you, 10 actually. Seat up! Huddle, very nice. And that left hand is still doing that a little bit. Here's the way your hands are compared. So just bring that one up.
Yes, sir.
All new punches. It's a great fist or down. Yes, ma'am.
This move is kind of to the top of your shoulder, your elbow.
It's
Where should it land, I guess?
it can land anywhere from here down to there. So she's doing it in the acceptable range. Master Sarah did a seminar on this, forget when it was, and did the bridge of the nose or okay, cool. Sure. Notice how while me and Master Lourdes were catching up, oh, how are the kids? Brianna just froze. And it's not for me, it's not for Master Lourdes, it's for Brianna. Because he's like, I got control. If he wants to be an idiot and forget that he just called me to power over, that's his business. But I'm going to stand here. I've got self-control. I'm going to stand here all day if I have to. Very nice, man. All right, to me, please, ma'am. I've been on 3. Seats up. Nice. The red and black belt kind of huddle. Show. Very nice, especially your controlled crescent kick and elbow. Ooh, so nice, so nice. What is the highest form you know, man?
Beside.
No kidding, really. All right, beside him, please. Shumi
Yes, sir.
You can see that she's meditating.
and beside Shumi.
Oh.
She's meditating over there, but she's centering herself.
Seat up. Let's see if it does any good right here. Oh. Huddle. Very nice, man. Very nice. Show. Very nice. So Brianna's mom texted and WhatsApped me videos where she and her sister Brianna, or not Brianna, Haley, where is she? Right?
No, okay, fair enough.
She's what?
In the rest of
Oh, okay. Anyway, they were practicing beside at their house. So this is another one of those key to success things, is taking ownership. And with that comes the whole service thing, because when you're serving, you are taking ownership. Like, hey, this is my dojo. I want to come in and make sure testing is set up properly. So you serve, and that's a form of taking ownership. And so these girls took ownership of Beside. I saw them stop by, help them a little bit, then I saw them later working with Master Settles, and then they're at home, and they Shanghai their mom and dad into, mom's over there videoing, like, we're hot, dad, hold the fan, so dad's holding the fan. Mom's got the phone, and they showed us several versions, like the progression of learning Beside. One thing that held them back is Haley kept giggling for no apparent reason. We went into it, and you do, like, hey, come on, dude. So they finally got it and nailed it, but there they are. They're in, I forgot what they were in, PJs or tank tops or sweats or something, just chilling out at home, but they're doing the forms. And this is taking ownership of your Taekwondo instead of like coming for Taekwondo lessons. And unfortunately, to me at least, in our culture, it's kind of become that. I want to go over here, I'm going to pay this guy for 1 hour, and I'm going to do 1 hour. And if he's going to certify me, I'm going to do the very minimum that it takes to achieve that certification. Then I'm going to get my paper and hang it on the wall and proceed to my next project. And it's just, there's no ownership anymore. There's no family feeling and getting involved and to do anything right. If you're going to succeed in college, or especially like a marriage or in a family, you have to get involved. You can't be sitting there thinking, what's the minimum I can do to get by? Anyway, that's why she knows Beside. That's why all the Knot sisters are ahead in their forms. Once again, you'll always see them at testing set up. They're serving. Anything needs to be done, they're all over it. You can be halfway through a sentence asking them to go do something for the dojo, and boom, they're already there. By the time you put the period on your sentence, it's done. And just that whole attitude of service and ownership, just another example of how it breeds success. Very nice, Ms. Brianna. And let's see, for your official sparring, Hannah, come on up here with your sister.
Yes, sir. Can I take my mask off, sir?
Sure, you guys are same household. Nobody touched that mask but Brianna.
Oh, she breathed on it.
Oh my God, I see kids like trading masks up and down. Oh, I'm trying to like, okay, kind of defeating the purpose. Oh, where I don't have anything for my noodles. Oh, I'll put it in my mask. Oh, that was good. All right, here we go. Attention out. Sparring ready to meet.
Hey!
All right, ladies, no settling family disputes on the mat, but let's keep it pushing each other safely. Seat up. Well, I heard the pushing each other. Get her, Hannah. It's okay to punch your sister in this environment. Go get her, Hannah. Go.
She's eating for lunch.
There we go. There we go.
There you go.
You can apologize and buy each other ices later. Go get her, Hannah. There we go. All right, hang on for just a second, ladies. One way you could conserve some energy and get a lot more bang for your buck is to take advantage of inertia. There are physical laws all around you that you can utilize, dude. So if I'm fighting Master Settles and I'm going to kick him this way, and then I'm going to kick him this way, first here, then I had to put on the brakes, then I had to restart over here to kick from this way. Well, if I kick and miss and I just relax, look what happens. My body just turns, and it's like effortless, the second kick now. If I wanted to do that same kick standing here, you can probably see that it wasn't as hard, right? It wasn't as effective of a technique, but the one I did a while ago when I was half asleep, did you notice? It's like twice as fast, right? Because my body was already moving. All you got to do is just keep spinning. So if you miss a roundhouse, just keep spinning. And feel your body turning and just take advantage of it. Pretty much all you got to do is let your leg hang out. And your body, the law of inertia, will do the kick for you. Understand?
Yes,
All right, ready, set, go. 10 more seconds, ladies. Make them good. Go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Very nice, ladies. Shall you up to knit? Very good. And you can grab your mask there, Miss Brianna. Very nice.
Yes, sir.
Now, did anybody else come to test for anything under red belt who hasn't done their forms, sparring, escape techniques? I'm 100% confident, excuse me, who has another escape? Miss Brianna? I am 100% confident with her escapes, so we are going to omit that. Happy birthday.
Oh, man.
All right, so Hannah, you may have a seat, and Brianna, you may have a
Yes,
seat.
sir.
And then let's line you guys up. Oh, we need to
They
see
haven't
you guys.
sparred, sir.
And they haven't sparred either?
No, sir.
Okay, so you guys come on up. So I'm not as familiar with you guys' personal relationship. Do you think you can handle a spar without settling any family disputes on the mat? Can we keep it between the lines and spar with each other?
Yes, sir.
Say yes, sir.
All right, so I'll keep a close eye. So come on in. Come closer. Don't be afraid. In your mouth. Sparring ready to me. And you guys, I do not expect to see like what the Nazis are doing. I just want to see a variety of techniques thrown in open places, right? Teach up. And you go. Control, don't hit that hard. Okay?
Keep the hands up.
Kick high.
Be careful, keep those kicks above the belt from the hip. You have strong kicks. Good. Okay, let's stop for a second. So one of the first things when you're first starting Taekwondo, one of the first things you can realize and learn that'll really help your sparring is to relax. Because when you tense up, all the muscles in your body start working against you. So if I'm fighting 7, normally in class, if I'm relaxed and he's holding target, I can kick way up here. Then I start fighting it on 10s and I try to kick high and I do this. He's like, dude, you're like wearing out my pants, bro. Because I'm kicking so low. So I know it's hard and it's almost counterintuitive, but when you're sparring, the most important thing to do is relax. You know, the butt muscles are nice and loose and good, and then you can get that leg up there wherever it needs to go. That makes sense? So both of you breathe. Relax, and just do non-contact sparring, okay? And then just try to relax and see if you can get your kicks high. Ready, set, go. Just relax, no contact, so you don't have to worry about it. And let me see you kick high. Already better, see? Good. You too, Jose, just keep going. Spar, but come close, don't hit. There you go, Olivia, already higher. Stay relaxed. Don't make contact up because I don't want you to worry about it. I want you to focus on relaxing. Good, much better. All right, stop right there. Very nice, Lamar. Okay. So you guys bow to each other, teach them out. All right. So please, Jose, with your right hand, grab your sister's right wrist and let's see if she knows an effective escape technique. Other right hand, Jose. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. So do you know another one from a wrist grab? One thing you can do is just walk under his arm. So if he grabs your wrist, go ahead, Jose. Either hand, yep, just walk under his arm. Just like that. Good. Now do the same thing, but in any kind of combat thing, you want to try to avoid bending over, like sticking your butt out. So if 7's grabbing me and I'm going to go under his arm, what I want to do is try to keep my back straight. That makes sense? Rather than right, makes sense? Okay, try it again. So keep your back straight, bend your knees. There you go. Good job. Very nice. Okay, you grab your brother's wrist and see what he knows. Cool. Another grab. Any kind of grab. Almost what you gotta actually make it under her arm. Cool. Now check this out. This is kind of cool, but I'm 7%. So most times the standard grab is like this, but but you never know. People will do different things. So she was grabbing you like this. The thing with that is her arm is already halfway twisted. Right here, my arm has got a lot of range either way. I don't know why she was grabbing you like this, but she was. So look.
A lot of people will grab other people.
But all you have to do is just twist it a little farther like that, and it's already out there. See what I mean? And and really you rejoice if they grab you with a parallel grab like this. Because you grab me like that. Like that. Most times they grab you like this, right? So he grabs like this. This is what I call the hearty grab. Because I'm opening my door of my car, and all of a sudden the attacker grabs my wrist like that. Oh, you just come right here. It's like, oh, really? You wanted to grab me like that? Okay, I'm going to give you one chance, bad guy. We're still doing this? Okay. It's just a knee kill. You know, you remember knee kill from class? So do it cross-hand. So usually we do knee kill this way. We trap his hand, bend his elbow, push down. Well, you're just doing the same thing with the other hand. Bending his wrist, bending his elbow, and then pushing down. And it will break that wrist. So you got to be very careful if you're practicing at home. Any of those Aikido things I show you, really, really just go slow. And besides, if you're doing an Aikido move hard, you're not doing it right anyway. You know, it's like if you're painting and it requires 10 coats, probably something's wrong with the paint mixture. If you can't take care of it in 2, you know, then okay, something's up. Putting 10 coats is not going to help. And throwing the paint harder against the wall is also not going to help. So like any of those Aikido things I show you in class, if you find yourself tensing and going harder, just start over. Do it differently. It should never be that you have to go harder. So just try something different. All right, very good, Polaris. Good job. Let's see, Olivia, go ahead and just stay up here, girl, because it's board breaking time. I'm gonna let you try this bad boy. So let me see your hammer fist. But don't switch feet. Just keep your feet the same and drop your right knee. Keep your feet the same. Don't step. Yes! Just like that one more time. Whoa. Okay. How would you like to break, sir? Palm strike sounds great.
Are you a lefty, sir?
You're doing what, who was that one?
Isaiah.
Isaiah was doing, you're hitting and pulling back. You gotta hit him in the chest, bro. And let your fingers hang over the edge. If one board holder is holding, you gotta get right between your hands. All the way through hitting the chest, doggy. There we go.
You still pull back, sir, but you were stronger.
And Miss Marie, how would you like to break? Hammer fist, very good. We have any regular boards, guys, yourselves? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's do me just So we were hanging out at Vahag's birthday party, and I met Miss Marie's father. And you know, Miss Marie, she's so nice. Oh, how are you doing? Oh, so good to see you. So polite, nice. And then her father tells me, yes, she used to stand on the roof with big fully automatic rifle. Of course, over the ocean, safety first. Really? Like Miss Marie, little nice. She's like, oh. You don't answer a question like that, like this. I was so envious because I'm like, oh, why wasn't I there? And then I felt so inferior because I've never even shot a fully auto weapon before. Oh, here's Miss Marie shooting one off a roof. All right, so then we have white belts. White belts. Do we have any more yellows? Do we have a orange? Come on up, Danny. How you want to break? Excuse me? How would you like to break? Punch? Okay. Let's give him.
Need more mixing?
One or two? What do you think? And you know what, Mr. Sibley, both of us.
Right through the middle, through the other side.
Good Lord. Most what Sarah's had told us, look, if Master Shin asks you one or two, you gotta say two. Because he's not really asking. Because he'll go, oh, one or two, Mr. Yeah. And you're like, oh, one, sir. Try two. And then I've got one bad mock. And let's see, we have any bad days?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes, we do. How would you like to break, please, Mr. Nat?
Puncher.
Punch. Woo.
Ooh, man, everybody can bring punch today.
102.
Tell him 3.
What do you think, Master Sevels? Oh, no, and that was another thing. She said, never ask for more boards and never up him. Because if he goes 102 and you say 3, sir, oh, try 4. You're not going to win. So let's let her do 2. What do you think, 2 of these? Yeah.
You hold it like this. I'm gonna do this.
Like this.
Very nice, Mr. Very impressive. And then let's see, we got any prequels? Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Oh, Lahad, come on up here. How you want to break, Danny? A kick? How about a side kick?
Listening, sir.
So remember, how do you aim with the side kick? You walk backwards. So turn around and walk backwards into it. Turn around, and walk backwards into it. Yes, sir. So kick like a horse. Oh yeah, kick that bad boy hard, just like that. Walk backwards.
A little harder.
Oh, there you go. You are so close. Hit it hard now. So close.
Do this. You can do this.
Hit with the heel.
Hard.
And Kia.
All right, remember how you used to run and kick? Let's try that.
He's,
You can do this.
he's Master Jeff. He's hitting with the ball of his foot.
Oh, really?
Feel the spring of the ankle.
He's slapping it.
Do this on the floor. That's how you take the board.
Yes, ma'am?
Oh, pants. A little long. You got this.
Go out in front. Oh, almost.
But it
But
was
you
a-
didn't, you
what was
didn't
your
kick the bags
heel?
like that. You almost knocked the bags over. Take
But
the
you
same
gotta
way
hit-
you're kicking the back one.
Right, with your heel.
Knew we had it. Next purple, Jubilee, come on up. Yes. So you know who would find them in their foot later? No. Not if I beat up Drew.
Okay.
I'll back in later if I can figure out how to turn that thing on. Okay, how are you doing, right, man? Elbow strike, she says.
Notice the technique.
I was gonna say, he even makes us look bad doing that.
He's a master sleeper as well.
He is a master sleeper. My house is available.
Whenever you're ready, sister. How are you gonna break, sister? Turn around sidekick. Well done. Let's try. One, two. So we make like a cave out of it. Oh, you gotta hit with your heel, sister.
And kick a little higher.
Oh,
Shield.
she hit the ball real quick.
Yes.
A little bit, to the right side of the ball. Push through, right through. Good.
Let's let me measure yourself.
Right through.
All the way through.
That's it. Shield.
Now look, you landed right over here.
Key up before you go.
And I felt the bottom of the foot that time. No heel. Use your heel. Measure core right. Would you mind holding that, sir? Standing here, see the foot lines up on this side. Then when you turn, switch right in the middle. Now pull your toes back. Toes back. Ooh. So let's try this, Maria, and see if it works. So, excuse me a second. So you're starting right here, right? So back up one step. Now you can step. Turn and kick. So you got some more forward momentum. So put your kicking leg forward. Now step, then turn and kick. Oh, yeah, just like that. Switch feet, kicking leg forward, and get on. Kicking leg forward. With the hip. Hip in the middle. Sure. Step behind. Step behind. And move your butt. With your heel. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Heel. Heel. Oh! Yeah, baby. Miss Bree, come on, sister. How are we gonna break? Oh boy. All right. 5 or 6. The good news is one of these thin, regular boards. The bad news is I have one. So you put your thumbs right here, and you aim the line at your thumbs right at your eyes. You aim the thumbs right at your eyes, and your forehead hits in the middle, boop, breaks right over your head. Mm-hmm. So there's two things going on. You got that, but you've also got this. You can even like step into it.
But Brianna, not just the wheels.
You can do it either way. If you're going to do it like this, and hold it way down here so the weight of the board breaks over your head and put your forehead right there. If you're going to do it like this, then you got to put your forehead right between your hands. Otherwise, you're just going to be. Yeah, you got to go through right between your hands. So I like it like this. That way I don't want to put my forehead about here, so I'll put my eyes right there. The mistake people make is that they're looking at the middle of the board, and they keep looking at the middle of the board, and so they're doing this. I want it right, because I'm looking at the middle of the board, looking where my head is. So you want to put your eyes right there. And not so high on the board. You want it to flip up. Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Found it first time.
We're flipping it as I pull it up top.
Yep, because you're flipping the top right over your head.
Got this.
Another thing Master Wazusa said, and she said, never ask Master Shin to surprise you. Because he will. Any more color belts, or is that it for the color belts? Woo! Are we done? Sorry guys, my game was thrown off by this new system we have going on. So let's get those color belts over here, and I'm sure Master Lourdes is.
But you're not doing the reds and the blacks yet, right?
No, not the reds and blacks yet.
Leave the table, it's supported.
Yeah.
Looking like the red and black belt test has become, how shall we say?
Chat some more, sir, so I can organize it for you.
And I have just run 2 hours on this live stream when I promised everyone I would switch live streams, but so that goes.
There's a huge difference.
It's just harder to load, and you got to sort through a lot of footage to find the place. Let's get 3 stripe red starting right here.
Yes, sir.
Hurry quickly, hurry quickly. 3 stripe, 3 stripe, 3 stripe, 3 stripe. 2 stripe red, 2 stripe red, 1 stripe red. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's make it 4 to a line. So line there, scoot over a little bit closer. There we go. Just keep 2 mans between you and then you are legally 6 feet. Blues.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So blues, go back a little bit. We got some more reds. Conveniently, I just need one line back. Good. Purples
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and red front line, scoot up a little more.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. Leave your board there.
Well, I'll tell you what. Sophia, scoot to here. We got everybody scoot over. Scoot. 2 minutes each. And let's make it 5 in line. Hannah, come on up. Oh, let's get really brave. Master Drake, come on up. Good. Now you gotta scoot down.
And then,
3, 4, 5, 6. Up.
you go and start with this.
Wait.
So Julia, you're right behind.
Oh, I'm sorry.
One more blue.
My bad.
And is that good? Okay, green.
Yes, sir.
Naranja.
Sir.
Orange. Yellows. Hurry quickly. White belts, come on up.
Yes, sir.
Look at that. Okay. No handshaking this time, okay? In fact, that's really more traditional martial arts. There's not, the handshaking was introduced by us. So I'll just hand you your certificate and your belt. Olivia Pomares. Marie Torofian. Jose Pomares. Juan Alvarez. Where's it at? Miss Tonette Rosello. Jubilee Rosello. Next one's red, sister. Bahad Perosian. Maria de la Calle. Is that Brianna's? No. That is Brianna's. No, that's not Brianna. Oh, there's Brianna's. Fail. Oh, well, yeah. Brianna Nutt.
She wouldn't know the difference, sir, after hitting her head.
That was impressive. Your first try with a head break, and it's just all nerves. Because your head's actually pretty hard right there at the hairline. It's extremely hard. Over here, not so much. You don't need to hit it over there. You hit it right there. It's like squeezing an egg on the ends. It's very hard right there. So it's just psychological. If you can just get past the fear and just commit, it'll go right over. And this is also actually a very effective self-defense weapon, and as easy as it is to do, and as common as it should be, nobody's expecting it. You know, somebody's coming up in your space, maybe they got your collars, and instead of pulling, or maybe you pull back a little to get them to pull forward, and then you just like a passionate kiss. Oh yeah, boom! And then they find themselves staring at the backs of their eyelids. So is that it for the color belts? We need reds and blacks, and that's it. All right, you guys are all welcome to come back in your new belts for the next section. I think we're going to take a 5-minute break really quick for some ice and a little bit of whatever, the refreshments that I texted your mom about. And then we're going to do the last hour, red and black belts, boom, 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 bam, the hardest yet. So what's happened up to now, red and blacks, is your warm-up. Okay? Run nice and sharp. Chitty up. Go get the high up. Turn that. Huddle. Hold down. God, thank you very much for a great first half of testing, or lion's share of testing. Please help the last part with the red and blacks to go safely but intensely, and so we can give these guys something to remember. In Jesus' name, amen. Let's face all of our black belts. Chitty up. Turn that. And let's face our 4 masters. Chitty up. Turn that. Thank you for being here, guys.
Let's face Master Jeff. Chitty up. Punya.
All right, see you guys in 5 minutes. We'll be right here at 12:15. We'll make it even. 12:15.
Nice to see other adult moms in the neighborhood. Good job, man. Good job. Jeff, you're bored.
Oh my gosh, I almost caught it. One.
Right.
Okay, so I see. You just see. How the green flash is.
Yeah.